What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Massive win here for the Winnipeg Jets, knocking off the Nashville Predators by the score of 2-0. And hey, you know what? This was one of the biggest games of the season, and they really did come through. They kind of didn't show that killer instinct in Calgary, that really could have separated themselves from Calgary, from Nashville, but they did not let this one slide today. Nashville just a point behind Winnipeg. Calgary tied with Winnipeg in the standings coming into this game, and hey, if the Jets lose this one, it gets a lot harder to make the playoffs. Nashville, for the time being, would go into the last wildcard spot, and Winnipeg would fall out of the race, really, out of the second wildcard spot. They'd still have a chance, obviously, but it would not be very easy to regain it. But right from puck drop today, the Jets had some fire in them, and they were looking great all game long. But, it was just hard to solve UC Soros. At the end of the first period, it was 0-0. Jets really struggling to find offense, but they know what's at stake. You can see that they're buzzing, and that would continue in the second period. All Winnipeg Jets in the second period, and it wouldn't come until less than 5 minutes left in the second period. Mark Scheifele finally scoring his 40th of the year, getting it past Soros. He's hyped. Everybody in the building's hyped. Everyone was waiting for it, and that goal just felt special. When I saw that goal go in, I was like, wow, okay, here we go. The Jets, you know what? I feel it. And you know what? I had a good feeling coming into this game. I don't really think too highly of Nashville. It's just that UC Soros effect, right? He is so damn good. And, it's scary to think that he can just steal a game like that. But the Jets finally solve him and go up 1-0. Now, the third period was the problem in that Calgary Flames Winnipeg Jets game. The last game, the Jets just showed up lazy, and they could not afford to do that again. They could not afford to give up this lead. And instead, they added to it, and it's going to be Neil Pionk roofing it through UC Soros, and the Jets take a 2-0 lead. All Winnipeg Jets. Nashville's got nothing in the tank, and it was just pure domination right up until the end of this one. Pierre-Luc Dubois actually had a goal, but it got waved off. It's the whistle blew already, so whatever. It could have been 3-0 Jets, but the Jets will take a 2-0 victory at home to go 3 points up on Nashville and 2 points up on Calgary for the time being. At the time of making this video, there's playing the Vancouver Canucks. That game has not started yet at the time of making this. So at the end of this, the Jets are either going to be tied for the final wildcard spot, or they're going to be 2 points up on Calgary and 3 points up on Nashville. I really hope it's the latter, because we need this Jets team to make the playoffs. I want to go to whiteout parties, man. I want to have some fun. I want to make some fun content. So I'm really hoping that the Jets are able to pull this out going forward here. But very good first step. And all the games that they have left, must-win games. Doesn't matter from this point. Got to win them all. Next game, they do play the San Jose Sharks, where, hey, the Jets have had a lot of trouble with the Sharks. I'm just really hoping that maybe they can figure it out and get the 2 points there. That would go a long way, especially with playing the Colorado Avalanche and the Minnesota Wild to end the year. Two very good teams in the Central. So, a lot of hockey to go here. Jets have 3 more games. Calgary and Nashville will have 2 left after this one tonight. But hey, this is just so refreshing. So refreshing to see them come out, smelling blood in the water, wanting to win tonight. Because if they came out half-assed and, they got bailed out by Connor Hellebuyck, it just, it doesn't feel deserved a lot of the time with those wins, and I'm really happy that they showed that they wanted it tonight. They looked hungry. The celebration from Scheifele really showed me that, hey, you know what, he's still in there. Hey, we've talked about Mark Scheifele just kind of floating around for maybe the last quarter of the season here or so, ever since the All-Star break, just hasn't looked the same. But tonight he showed that passion, and he showed that he wanted, he wants to win. He wants to win hockey games, and that's all that I ask for at this point, really. You just have to show that you care, and you have to show that you want to win. You want to go win a Stanley Cup, because if you don't, why get out of here, right? Like, you're not trying to win, get out. But I'm loving it. That was a really fun win. Would have been really nice if they could have beat Calgary the other night, though, because that would have pretty much ended everything here. But nonetheless, I'll take it. Big win against Nashville, and I guess you can call this the most important game of the year thus far, until next game, when it's the most important game of the year again. But yeah, I don't know, not a ton to say here. Except what a great Jets win. Connor Hellebuyck did what he had to do today. Big shout out for him. And going forward here, I mean, I don't see a world where Connor Hellebuyck doesn't play every game. I don't expect to see David Riddick anytime soon, I hope, because I would like to make it as non-stressful as possible. So hopefully they can climb the hurdle, beat the Sharks, who aren't a very good team, and maybe get a win against the Wild or Colorado. I think if they win one more game, for sure, I think they should be okay, depending on what Calgary does. But I really do think that, 1 is the magic number here for the Jets. I think that if they win one more out of their next 3, that they should probably be safe and should be a playoff team. So we will see what happens going forward, obviously, and we'll talk about all that going ahead here in the, next week or so about those games. But right now, I'm going to enjoy the win. Jets beat Nashville 2-0. What more can you ask for? That was a good game. Well, yeah, that's just my thoughts on the game. I'm going to be talking a little bit just off-ice stuff here. Well, I guess on ice, but not game time ice yet. Cole Perfetti looks like that he will be ready in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks roughly. It's a little bit earlier than I anticipated. I thought that it might be closer to 3 to 4, just the way that Rick Bowness was talking about it. Said that he probably won't be ready for the first round, and that was last week, and now we're saying 2 weeks. So hey, I guess he got reevaluated. I guess maybe he looks good, maybe stuff's going on, but he is skating now. So 2 weeks away from Cole Perfetti if the Jets are playing in 2 weeks, which I do think that they will be in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I do think that Cole Perfetti will be joining the team at some point, so that's very exciting, and that's a big boost to the middle six, and I'm very excited to see where they slot Cole Perfetti in, because I think that he can play a lot of places. Will he play on the third line with, Nino Niederreiter and Adam Lowry? He could. Is he gonna maybe jump into that second line with, Ehlers, Nemestikov maybe? I don't know, maybe, possibly. Do they move Scheifele back to center? Do they move, Dubois back down to the second line? I don't know. There's so many possibilities, but I'm very excited to have Cole Perfetti back in the lineup. When he got hurt, stuff kind of got jumbled around, and, maybe Cole Perfetti really was the secret formula to this team's success. I don't know, but he's been looking very good this season when healthy, so I hope when he heads into the playoffs there, he can, kind of recapture that form that he was in at mid-season form there. But that's really all I got today, guys. Not a whole lot to talk about besides, hey, Connor Hellebuyck coming up big, the Winnipeg Jets coming up big, and the fans definitely into it now. You could hear the building rocking there on Sportsnet. I was very happy. And hey, what a crazy game. Crazy road ahead here. Hopefully Calgary loses. We are Canucks fans tonight, Jets fans. We need a big win from them. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought about the game. What you guys think about, the road ahead for Winnipeg. Do you think that they're going to make the playoffs, or do you think that they're going to fall out of it? Do you think Calgary's just going to win out? The Jets aren't going to be able to do it? I'd love to hear from you guys. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We just hit 1100. That's a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for the ongoing support on the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Go Jets, go. Bye-bye.